É para aprender como fazer um pouco de improviso. Olá, Brasil! Olhar o mundo. Aqui, lá no Boveda, Rádio Terra. Boa tarde, todo mundo. Boa tarde, Brasil. Não, vocês têm outros acordes. Ok, eu vou falar e vocês podem pegar esses outros. Você pode fazer. Pode fazer Fá. E você pode. It brings a tear into my eyes when I begin to realize I cried so much since you've been gone. I guess I drowned in my hound you. Hello, everybody. So here we are in part 3 of Drowning in My Own Tears. It's a Ray Charles song. And we're just using this song to dive really deep into blues and what makes it all work. And today we're going to even work on another thing, and that is we're going to look at, we've been analyzing the chords and how they're built, and we made it through, let's take a look at the chart here. So we made it through part A, and we noticed in the first line in the second measure, we got a little passage that's used a bunch in the song, and we analyzed how those chords are formed. But I want to dive a little bit deeper into the analysis. But basically, on the second line, we got a D, and I want to show you a little tip of how to do it. This is our D, and it's off the caged A. Okay, just like this in A, B, okay, D flat. Now what we can do is, so I just got, then we can, because the second chord is an A, so it's basically this A flat seventh. So I just lay this down, then I can just go put these. So, but we don't play, as you see there, you're not supposed to play the A, you're playing the E flat. Da, da, da. So, and then we're going to go up to this D seventh, but we're going to use, we kind of went to a D ninth version of it. So we're taking the third. Now you could also kind of do it. It doesn't sound like you could go. So you can go ba 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 ba. So you can use the D ninth to the D seventh. Now if you want to do the D flat seventh, remember, and then we're going to review. So we got this. Let's go to the cage chords. And we talked about the cage chords, and we were saying, you got your C, you got your root here, that's the 1, and then up here on the 4th string, you got the 3rd, and then you got a 5th, we're not the open, 1, 3rd, and the open string, 3rd string is a G, so that's your 5, and you got a 1. And so I said, we're going to put a flat 7th right here. And then we went up the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it said we want a D flat 7th, or we want a flat 7th, right? So what do? Well, it's called the dominant 7th. Why is it called the dominant 7th? Because it's dominant. It dominates everything. We talked about Beethoven and how he just threw out he got rid of the 7th and put in a flat 7th, and just everybody freaked out, and they wanted to have him executed, according to the stories. But anyway, it's kind of a cool story. Probably didn't happen, but yeah. So it's a dominant 7th, and so basically, so you can play that, so you can do that and move it up to, that this is the 1. So what we're going to work on, let's just take a deeper dive into these 1, 3, 5s and how that works. So 1, 3, 5 is a chord, your basic chord. Let's go to chords. And I can't remember what order these are, and I can't really see them from here. But basically, the first one's a major, and it's a 1, 3, 5. And I think the next one's a minor, so it's a 1 flat 3, 5. So that's the formula for a major chord. Then the next chord down there, I think it's What's the first one with 4 notes in it, Gabriel? Is that a major seventh or down?
Where?
Okay, in the chord formulas, you got the first one that's got 4 balls.
It's a major 1 through 5.
No, the first one that's got 4 balls next to it.
4 balls. It's a major 7.
Yeah, so that's a major seventh. So it's got a real seventh. And after that, I think it's a dominant seventh. It's got a flat seventh, maybe, or no, maybe it's a minor seventh. Anyway, so they're made up of these intervals, right? So, and then another thing that happens, if you look to the left, there's 2 diagrams there, and that's the harmonized scale. So you got the little brackets, and so Gabe, in those little brackets, is it labeled 135, 135?
Like here?
Yeah.
Here there's
No, the number and underneath the brackets, there's 3 numbers.
yeah there's not numbers, letters. There's C, E, and G.
Oh.
In this one, right?
And then the next one is D, F, and A.
1 through 5.
Okay, that's what I was asking you. It says 135, 135, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you always got a 1, 3, and 5 as you move up because you're skipping notes. So we're on the C and we got a 1, 3, 5. Then we go to the D and we have another 1, 3, 5. Then we go to the E, we have a 1, 3, 5. However, what happens is there's a little things that changes. Now, what's written above the bracket? That's a major?
This one?
Yeah.
C major.
Yeah, and then above the next bracket is what?
C
C.
minor.
Yeah, so what happens is the scale is like in charge. You have the notes, so you got to use the notes from the scale, and as you bop up, so the first movement is you take the first note, and then you skip a note, and you go to the third, and skip a note, and you go to the fifth. So we just are always kind of like, whenever you skip a note, the next thing up is a third of some type. And then now let's look at the formula over here. What makes up a major chord? A 1, a 3, and a 5. Okay. So anyway, so basically what happens is that as you move up, there's this distance that makes something major or minor. There's just a real distance. And so what makes something a major or makes it a minor is a minor distance is, go to the tight, Gabriel, please. So here I am on a, so here I am, a D flat, and then I go so to get up to the real third, you got to go 2 whole steps. 1, 2, 3. See, whole step. So that's a third. So, but when the distance for a minor third is, so it's a whole step and a half step. Okay. So that's it kind of makes you, and then from a minor third to a major third to a fifth happens to be a full a third. Da, da, da. Okay, so anyway, that's what the numbers mean. Okay, so we worked on that. So let's just kind of go back to the score. So we're just kind of seeing a little bit now that as you move up the scale, let's go to the chords again. So I'm just going to tell you a little hack for this whole thing. And it works for rock and roll, works for blues. But basically, you got 8 notes in the scale. 1 and 8 are the same. So the hack is, and you can see that in this little diagram on the left, it's major, and then so 1 is major, 2 and 3 and 6 are minor, 4 and 5 are major thirds. Okay, so 2, 3, and 6 are minors, always. Okay, and so what we found out with old Ray, baby, is he's moving up the scale, and he is changing the rules. Because now let's go to the score. So in the score, so we learned a little bit about that. Now this is a live stream, so you can like come in here and you can just follow the little pathway on how to get on this channel. It's free. All you got to do is put your name in and your email, and you'll get not these classes and all the materials in this one, which is there's quite a few things in this one for you to study. But not only that, but you also get there's 3 trimesters a year, and we have 3 years of these classes. They're pretty cool, actually. So anyway, they all fit together, and just the way we're doing this, and even the way we're doing it today, is we're talking about numbers in intervals, so that you can apply this to all the songs you play and learn faster. So anyway, so what's going to happen here? So what we're going to get to is that you got those hacks 2, 3, and 6 are minors. So he goes, he plays the song, and I'll go, and then at the end he goes, and if you now it's like 1, 2. So 3 is supposed to be minor, and if you don't live, what is that? But that's the rule would be F would be a minor because it's D flat, E flat, F, but he makes it an F7th. So if the chord is going to be minor, how do you know if it's minor? There's going to be a little minor mark. Now, these charts are this kind of charts that guys use in studios, and they don't. Some people write out MIN, some people write out MI, some people just put a small m, and in this one, or they put a slash. And so, let's see. When you get in the first line, do we have any minors? No. Second line, there's a B flat minor in the second measure. You know what? In this whole song, the only minor chord which is the 6th note of the scale, the B flat minor. That's the only minor chord in the whole song. Because he's changing it. He changed the rules. So basically, but it sounds better. So if you don't think you'll be home, think. That's what it just sounds good. He does that. He does that in Georgia too. He's in G. We go up G, A, B. That's 1, 2, 3. 2, 3 are minor. So Georgia, Georgia. Now I don't know. It doesn't sound maybe that bad. But Ray's going, Georgia, Georgia. He's got that major third. So he did the same thing. If you don't, you'll be home. If you don't think you'll be home soon. And then we got the minor, and then and then we learn the little passage. Now, so let's just review the passages real quick. We got this one passage in the second measure where we do a D, and then you can either play this D flat, but go da, da, da. So you just play. If you don't think, if you don't think I'll be home soon. Oh, that's not right. I'm in the wrong. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're in the first line. So it brings a tear into my eyes. Here we go. When you begin. Now he's gonna rob it. He's gonna put an F. Second line. Realize I cried so much F since you've been gone. Now he does that same F7, but C. He does a D with his B flat in the bass, and then we got our. Now there's a really cool B minor I got there for you guys. And the way you can do it, it's a couple ways. Because you got this. Now he's doing a D. So just do the D flat like this, the cage D flat, and then just put your finger over there on the A flat. Oh wait, if you don't think, I'll be home. Oh, D flat. I actually changed it. Okay, so anyway, so you play the B flat. That you'll be home soon. Oh, so. Okay. So yeah, he walks up. That's cool. Okay, so what he does, he has the B flat, the bass. That you be home. You don't think F. You'll be home. B flat. Then you got the F with the C in the bass. Then you got the D flat with the B flat with the D in the bass. I guess I'll drown. Okay, so that's the second walk up anyway. So it goes. And then, remember our first little walk up that we did on the first line? We had our D flat. So we went D flat, A flat 7th, D 7th. Well, we could do that on this E 9th because the 9th is the same as the 7th. And we worked on that last week. So you could go, so if you don't think you'll be home soon, I guess and you could go drowning in my mind, drowning my. But or you could do this other thing. We got our 9th right here, and this is go on the tight, Gabe, favor, please. So we learned this 9th last week, and check it out. It's like these 3 fingers. So you can. I don't care about your past. I just want. So anyway, it's a cool blues move. So instead of I'll be home soon. Oh, I'll be home soon. I guess I'm drowning my own tears. What do we got? It's A. And then we go back. Okay, now we got another walk up in the second ending here, which we touched on a little bit last week, but let's just check it out. So second line, I sit and cry just like a child. My pouring tears. I'll go ahead in the second line. Oh wait, not the second line yet. The end of the first line is running wild. Second ending. And if you don't think you'll be home soon. Now we're going to go down. And you can play that G 13th, which is the same as the 7th. But I suggest, see how I would get that written down? Put this little pinky note on the top. It's written for this. I I guess I drown him. So he goes. This is so. Here we are in the third measure in that second ending. Okay, so we're on a D flat, D flat, B flat seventh. He took our minor B seventh and put a major third in there. So he took the sixth chord and broke the rules, and it sounds better. 1, 6, and then 2, E. Second note in the D flat scale is E flat, and he made that a seventh. Same seventh we've been doing. Or you can do the ninth. A flat. So it's 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 5. Okay? And then you get to go in the B section, you get to do that same walk up again. Into his life. I know it's true. But into his life. Remember, you can do this. Some rain. Now we can do that same walkout we learned. Some rain must fall. I know it's true. Here with that. No, I'm so blue. I'm so blue. Here without you. Now he's going to go up to that 2, but it's not going to be it's breaking the rules. I keep it raining more and more. Why don't you? We're at the A section. Come on home. We do our walk up again. So I won't be so long. And then we're going to go to the second ending. And if you don't think we broke the rules on the 3 chord, that you be home. And we do our walk down soon to the coda. I guess I drown in my own tears when I'm in trouble, drown in my own tears. Won't you let me drown in my own tears when I was drowning in my own tears. So, this is the time where if you're on here and it's live, I'd say, you got any questions? What part you want to go over? So, I'm just going to tell you what we're going to do next week. What we're going to do is we're going to get Ray's melody, and we're going to put these chords up, and we'll talk a little about the melody and the analysis of the chords, but we're just kind of listen to his singing and let that inspire us to get into some really cool lines. Anyway, we're gonna instead of just, falling into these old patterns of our pentatonic boxes, we're gonna listen to him, and it's gonna because that's really the way that some of I think the most interesting blues players of all times, they've all talked about, I just listen to what the guy's singing. Or I just kind of, I'm a singer, and then I'm going to let my guitar sing when I do the solo. So, it brings a tear. It brings. So he takes the fourth it to the fifth. Brings a, it brings a tear. next week, okay? So just study, 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 and we'll do part four on this. Excuse me, part four on this. So make sure you hit the bell on the channel and sign up so that you can get the links for where all this stuff is, okay? All the stuff we've been showing you and anything else you want to study that's from the past. So we'll see you next week, and keep bluesing and keep changing. I mean, keep studying the changes, and well, keep changing